Okay, we'll just go over a quick rundown of all the tools and the basic UI stuff. So here we'll start way over here. This would be playtesting. If you want to playtest your app, just click it, give it a sound. There we go. It's starting to compile, and then when it's done, it'll load up in there. Here we go. It's done. Oh, there's my cool, cool intro screen. There we go. So as you can see, now you can play test it. Oh, all right, so that's enough for that. And then if you want to publish your ROM, it'll do the same thing. It'll compile it, and then it'll spit out the GBA ROM. Here, there's a hardware limit warning. These are only actually display if you've gone over certain pixel limits or whatever. Most times, it's just a warning. It's not going to be a big deal. Other times, it will be a hard limit, and you won't be able to compile or test until you fix it. Here, you can set the grid overlay, defaults to 8 by 8, but you can go as close to one as 1 by 1 or just off. Here we go. This is the GBA screen mask, so the actual size of it, the 240 by 160. If you turn that off, there you go. You have your whole level. You can edit that way, but if you want to see what it'll look like on the screen, there you go. This will zoom to fit. Here we go. This is the zoom level. You can change the dimensions of the level. However, after you've designed it, this will just stretch it. So, keep that in mind. If you are designing your own level and you redesign it, it'll stretch. If you resize it, and it's one of the procedurally generated levels, you can just redesign the level unless you're very keen on the level that it chose. Redesign it, and away you go. Um, Here is the main menu, I guess. In a new project, you can launch the game wizard directly, open an existing project that you're working on. You can save your project. You can import images um, into either a layer or the palette. You can export your game, and we'll go over that menu in a second. There's a welcome tour, which I think I'm actually going to remove, so I'm not going to go over that. And there's an about screen. So let's take a look at the export menu because there's a lot of cool export options here. All right. So you have an export of the C++ project that uses Butano because the whole thing is basically a front end for Butano, which is amazing work. Um, and then you can publish your ROM. You can publish a Windows exe, which is basically the ROM file alongside MGBA with a batch file, so that you can just double click it and it'll run as a run on Windows without having to set up anything. You can download or you can export an HTML5. It's literally just one giant index.html file that you can run offline, and it'll play in any modern browser. You can export the current scene as a PNG file, or you can export all scenes, like just the artwork and everything, as PNG files, and it'll zip it up. If you want to include this is optional. However, I've made an optional credit screen here where you can set background music for it. You can set the color, you can set the text color, and it will automatically, anytime that you import files from OpenGameArt or FreeSound or Mod Archive, it'll find the artist to credit and it'll add their name to the credits list. You can add your own um, like comma separated credits that you want to add, like whatever, your mom, whatever. It's nice to do that. And you can add a text wave effect to that intro screen as well. But you also don't have to include it at all. So that's the export screen. We won't actually export anything because it does take a while. All right, and then we'll just go over this. Here's the about screen. You can see what the current version is. It automatically does download the latest version and apply the update for you. So you'll always have the latest version if you've installed it on your desktop, or if you use the web version, obviously you're using the latest version. I give some shout outs, and I gotta give credit where it's due. Here's a whole bunch, a whole bunch of people that have worked in the background on this. I just put a front end on it. There's documentation. It's still in the works. This part I'm actually debating just having AI do for me. I don't really like to use AI, but you know, documentation is such a pain in the butt. And then there's quick links to the Reddit, the Discord, the YouTube channel, the same stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the UI. Oh, here, let's go over the bottom. Here's your ROM size. You have 32 megs to use, and it'll tell you approximately how much of that you're actually using with all your game data. Um, Audio is going to be where you get killed if you use WAV files, but uh, don't worry about that. So, oh, also here, we can actually drag and drop all of these guys. You can move things to wherever you want. There's and if you don't like how I color coded them or whatever, but if you ever wanted to restore those, there you go. You could just do that. What else? Oh yeah, it'll automatically check for updates. But if you want to check, you can just click here, and it'll tell you how long ago you've last saved your work. It's good to I had implemented autosave, but the file gets pretty big, so it runs out of storage when you're autosaving. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, also the main animation timeline. If you wanted to make a very large full screen animation scene, this is where you do it. It's basically the same as the actor. Oops, I just deleted the thing. Here, just undo that. Oops. Looks like we found a bug. Anyway, oh yeah, no, here we go. Ah, there. Let's delete this one. There. Yeah, basically the same as the actor designer, only you're painting with the whole scene instead of tiles. That's it.